Hi, it's Timo. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. I hope you're all doing well. I've had a couple of hours to kind of sit back, relax, and now upload my match review. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section, because Norwich City are in a very interesting position at the moment. And as I said, I think we're on a tipping point at the moment for Daniel Farke and for the players. And it'll be fascinating to see what happens. And I hope it works out well for Farke, but there's going to be question marks about whether it will. Norwich City 0, Derby County 1. Norwich City huffing and puffing, not really creating too many clear-cut chances, although they definitely did have a couple of really good chances, but they lose the game. Derby hit us on the counter-attack, and they get a free kick, and Wayne Rooney, anyone but Wayne Rooney, scores a brilliant free kick and wins the game. As I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And I mean, in terms of starting the game from the beginning, the team news was promising. Marcus Stubenman comes back in. Emi Buendia comes back in. This is a team of Onel Hernandez, Stubenman, Buendia, Pukki. It felt like a team, and the boys and the band were back together in that promotion-winning season. And look, our squad, we have one of the most talented squads in the league, if not the talented squad, most talented squad. Stuart Webber's back Daniel Farke, and there's really no excuses for Farke. And I've been a bit disappointed with Daniel Farke's post-match press conferences. Look, yes, we played okay. Yes, we were okay, but 4 points from 4 games is not good enough. We only beat Huddersfield because of a late mistake from them, and since then it's not been good enough. I will give Daniel Farke deserves time. I think Daniel Farke deserves after the international break. Norwich City, I think the international transfer window shuts in a few days' time on the Monday, and then the international window shuts on the 17th of October. Norwich's next game after the international break, I believe, is on the 20th or around that kind of date. And that's when Daniel Farke has to deliver. I think we've given him enough time. It's been a really disappointing start. We had our worst season in 118 years, and the camp aren't too happy. And when you lose the dressing room, you've kind of lost your job in many ways. We've seen it so many times with managers. Whether we've lost the dressing room, I'm not too sure. But today was a performance which wasn't Daniel Farke-esque, really. It felt very slow, very, very sensible. Didn't really have a plan B. That was the big thing. Didn't have a plan B. Derby played very well, restricted the space to not allow the likes of Stubenman and Buendia time in the middle. And they made us put crosses in, which are our weakness, and we didn't have that plan B, and that is my problem with Farke. We didn't have that plan B, and the likes of Jordan Hugo should have been on from the 60th minute at the latest. So that was really disappointing. Farke got it wrong tactically. Criticise Derby, say they're negative. So what? So what if Derby were negative? They won the game, and that's simple as that. Looking at the game, Norwich City didn't create any chances in the first half, really. It was a very boring first half. Superman and Buendia got in pockets, and Norwich City looked close. They looked good in the first 10 minutes, but then didn't really have anything. Derby sat back and did well. Norwich City ended up winning a penalty in the 50th minute, and Teemu Pukki should have brought his rugby boots. I think he's playing the wrong sport there. Really disappointing though from Pukki, and it's a tough one because he slips, and it's because of the weather. Although Lee Johnson had a really good analysis on Sky Sports and saying if he had different molds, then you don't slip in that kind of weather. So maybe Pukki had the wrong footwear, and it might sound silly, but these marginal gains really do make a big difference. And I felt for Pukki there because he looked absolutely distraught walking off the pitch. And yeah, it was tough to see him like that. But Norwich City never really got going in this game. They played fine. They didn't deserve to lose the game, in my opinion, Norwich, but we didn't really create too many clear-cut chances. Derby restricted the space in the middle, said, have the ball out wide, you're not going to hurt us. We've got Curtis Davis at the back, and you've got Teemu Pukki and other players who aren't great with their head. We're going to be fine. And that's what they did. And as I said, Pukki is a fantastic striker, one of our best in recent years, but never really got too many clear-cut chances, but apart from the penalty. Moved the ball well, but just didn't have that end product. And you look at teams like Reading, who have started and won their opening 4 games. They've got a real good team spirit. Rotherham's another one. And I just don't see this team spirit. That was why we got promoted. It's not because we had the best players in the league. It's because we had brilliant team spirit, and I have a feeling that might be going now. But look, Farke's got a great squad. Farke came out and said Marcus Stubenman's the best number 10 in the league. Pukki was the player of the season last year. Buendia is a world-class player on his day. Had a disappointing game, but you know, if you get Buendia in the right state and play him and give him confidence, he's brilliant for you. We have one of the best squads in the league. Daniel Farke can't deny that. And you've got to deliver it, simple as that. And yeah, he deserves the international break, and that's when Farke will really be tested. And then Norwich City didn't really have too many chances. As I said, Mario Rancic came on and played without a doubt the ball of the match. A fantastic pass. I do love Mario Rancic. I can't hide it in my face. I do love Super Mario. Fantastic on the edge of the box. Spots Max Aarons at the back post, and a beautifully weighted ball to Max, who's about 8 yards out. And David Marshall makes a world-class save. He always seems to have good games, Marshall, against us. A world-class save. And yes, remains 0-0. And then Derby hit us on the counter-attack, goes forward. Lucas Rupp brings him down, and I was really angry at Lucas Rupp for this tackle. You've got Wayne Rooney, who's the best set-piece taker in the Championship. He's not very good now in terms of his physicality. He's slow. But set pieces, he's still world-class. You don't need your physical attributes for that. So why Lucas Rupp needed to take him down, didn't need to. And that's disappointing because I thought Lucas Rupp was on one of our best players, but makes a mistake there. And then Rooney from the free kick, so deadly, beautiful free kick. Tim Krul, could he have got a cross? Maybe, but there's no fault for Tim Krul. It's just a beautiful, beautiful free kick. And then Norwich City bring on Jordan Hugill. It was far too late. Jordan Hugill forced another world-class save from David Marshall, and that was it. Norwich City 0, Derby 1. And yeah, that was my overall assessment. Norwich City could have won this game. We had the missed penalty. Max Aarons forced a world-class save from Marshall. And then at the end, Marshall made another brilliant save. So we had our chances, but we didn't have too many chances. And it did feel very slow. So that was my big frustration. I'm not too angry, you know. I think it's one of those games where Norwich City, Daniel Farke, you know, it's not Daniel Farke's fault Teemu Pukki slipped. It's not Daniel Farke's fault Max Aarons didn't, David Marshall made a world-class save to deny Max Aarons. But it is Farke's fault if he loses the dressing room, and it is Farke's fault today that we weren't at our best. You know, it was a bit slow at times, and we didn't. But apart from those brilliant chances we had, we created pretty much nothing apart from them. So, yeah, Farke deserves time. He deserves the international break to get things right. And we'll see where we are at the moment. If we lose Max Aarons, then of course we need a replacement for him. He's probably not going to go to Barcelona. Ben Godfrey, of course, is set to go to Everton. Ben Gibson came on his place and looked really good. We could maybe do with another centre back just for cover. And obviously, if we lose maybe Buendia, we should reinvest that money. And maybe if we lose Cantwell as well, we should reinvest because we're going to get a lot of money. We've already got 40 million from Godfrey and Lewis sales, which is phenomenal. I trust Webber. I love Webber in terms of what he's done financially for the club, and I think he's backed Daniel Farke. Now it's all on Farke to deliver, because as I said, although we didn't really deserve to lose the game, we still weren't great today. And we're coming up against a Derby side who lost all their 3 games, so it's a big few weeks now. See what players we have, see whether we replace them, and it's up to Daniel Farke and this Norwich City team to turn it around, because the start 4 points from 4 games has not been great. But that's my overall thoughts. Norwich City a little bit unlucky, but definitely weren't. Were far from their best, and they've lost their 2nd game in a row now, after coming off the back of their worst season in their history. But yeah, plenty of time to get things right. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Subscribe to Norwich City Central if you're new, and I'll see you later.